Alright, so we're recording. I opened up these holes, or these plugs. This one was a phone and this one was a power. I noticed that I got these blue inserts, which is not a big deal. I found a stud next to this one, traced it up near where the TV is going to hang. The TV hangs more to the left of the bracket. The brackets are in the studs. But I realized that if I could go through here, I made a hole big enough for a box. I may have to adjust it a little bit, but give you the idea of what I'm going to do here. Okay, the box is basically going to go here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through this stud with a wood drill bit big enough for these cables to go through. I'm going to run electricity down to here, and I'm going to run the cable down also. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to get them into this box. I may have to make some holes in the box provided, but I'm going to figure it out. So I'm going to do this portion of it, and then I'm going to go under the house and dig around and see what I can find out. Alright, so stay tuned. Alright, I made a hole through here because I was thinking I could go down this wall to this plug, but I found out that there's a fire break in between here, about halfway down. So, plan B. I'm going to run the cable straight down, and I got to make an access panel here to come through to the power and then one to go down, or one to go over, and then I can go from there. So, I'm also taping these ends up so I can feed them through together. Anyway, just hang with me here. We're gonna figure it out. All right, I crawled into the house and I found where I fed the cable through the hole. I even put a piece of tape on it so I know where it was. Now I got to go to the opposite side of the room, somewhere over there. I pushed the cable down. Now I got to find it. Okay, there's where the cable goes up. And I've pulled it, or I've pushed it out of the hole from up top. Now I got to do alright, so I had to go back upstairs and get my drywall knife and cut it out of that hole. See that hole? What happens is that they make the hole, they feed the wire through, and then they put the head on it. Let me turn my lampage around here. See there? And they put the head on it. Now, let me find a place to put you guys so I can work. Now, I got the wire that was from up above, and I wrapped it around this post here just to give it some elevation. So I've got one of these double female connector doohickeys. I'm going to hook this between these two and then we should be good to go. There we go. I got my little female male to male adapter doohickey hooked up. So now all I got to do is go back up top and make sure we're running. Alright, so on this wall where I had the cable, I've now got just a blank faceplate. I'm going to have to come back in here and vacuum once I get done doing all this stuff. Over here on this wall, I've got some drywall mud drying. What I did was, I went out in the garage and I got some pieces of wood, some real thin wood, and I put behind the hole here. And I used some drywall screws and just sunk them into the drywall on the sides to give it some support. And then as I put those patch pieces up in the middle, I drilled some screws into it to hold it in place. That way it doesn't sink back in there. Okay? So those are secure up against the wall. I did the same thing up here. I've got this drying. And I may get a different faceplate I'm not real fond of this faceplate on this thing. And I may make something. I'm not exactly 100% sure on what I'm going to do there. But these wires will basically be hidden behind here. My plug-in will go into there. The HDMI cable will go into the back of the TV. And everything will be hanging up here nice and smooth. I'm going to let these things dry, and then I'm going to sand them and mud them again to make sure they're smooth, and sand them again, and then I'll paint them. And then I'll come back in here and finish mounting. Sound good? Alright, well, I'm hungry. I'm going to take a little lunch break, grab me something to eat. Later, Gators. Alright, I vacuumed up my mess here, put up some tools, and I've sanded one coat. I'll put a second coat on here. It's still got a couple imperfections. I'm going to let that dry better and then sand it again. But we're getting closer. I went ahead and used some tiebacks and tied those great cables together so that when I set it up here, they'll be ready to plug in and ready to rock and roll. Alright, so check it out. It's working. I still gotta let this dry and paint it tomorrow. Or whenever. But no more cable on this wall. And now I got cable on this wall. Or satellite. You know what I mean. Anyway, hope this helps somebody.